Hey, some friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. And this is episode 9 of Growing Together. And so I figured we start off with Jessica since last episode kind of ended with her stopping by Elizabeth's house. And if you haven't seen last episode, they'll be linked in the description. But I'm just having Jessica check the mail. She's actually gotten a lot of letters from people who are happy with her interior design work. And I always forget to check the mail. Like if my Sims are famous or any of these things, like I always forget to check the mailbox. Pretty similar to my real life. Yeah, so she's just checking the mailbox, got some letters and some gifts too, I think. And so today we're gonna have her actually have a sit down with Elizabeth because Elizabeth knows that she stopped by. Elizabeth saw her and decided to kind of like just ignore her. And so after work, she is going to stop by, and here we are. We just fast tracked that very quickly. And so, yeah, look at Elizabeth and Jessica in the same place, which we have not really seen. They decided to have a meeting, a little sit down conversation, because Elizabeth is like, Elizabeth doesn't really want her stopping around the house with her son. She just doesn't know what Jessica's been up to and she feels like it's weird. Also, I'm showing you this menu that I downloaded from the gallery. If you want the name, let me know in the comments. It actually is like the second time I used it. Elizabeth used it to go on a date with someone previously, which was part of the footage I lost like a few episodes back. And yeah, I just am obsessed with it. So I do not mind my Sims going to it multiple times with different people. It's just different conversations. And I actually, as you may or may not remember, this is some footage like that is like a little pre-recorded. So I think actually in another episode, they will be stopping by this location as well for something else, but I won't spoil that part. But yeah, this way, ladies. So we're just gonna step in and have a nice little dinner and kind of see where this goes. I don't really feel like, they're making their little small talk, and Jessica's actually really tense. Like, she kind of stopped by Elizabeth's house a little bit on an impulse, and now that like all of this is in front of her face, she doesn't really know what she wants to do. And sorry, I did not mean to fast forward that. I just wanted them to like get in the seat, like, the glitches or whatever. But it looks like Jessica's already not having fun. She feels like Elizabeth has like a lot of cold energy, and Elizabeth doesn't seem to be too excited that they're meeting, even though Elizabeth agreed to have this meeting. And it is a little awkward at this point, but let's order some drinks and some food and kind of like chill out, and maybe that'll make it easier. I don't really know how this will end. I don't know if they'll be friends. I don't know if they'll get into an argument. Who knows? But they are going to try to be mature women because they once were very close. But just so you know, there has been some time. Sorry, guys, if you hear construction in the background. I really hope I can edit that out. But it has been some time since they've been close, and they are kind of different. And she's already not having a good. So this conversation is not going well. Elizabeth is essentially saying, I don't want you coming by my house unannounced. And Jessica kind of made like a snide remark, like, I helped you even get that house in the first place, like before the lottery, before everything. And you changed a lot since you won the lottery. And Elizabeth is like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be happy with what the money you have and just have a better life for yourself. And you didn't really like step up to the plate. And Jessica's like, that's not really how I remember it. I don't remember us even having like good communication to have that discussion. So Elizabeth feels it getting like too tense. So she decides that she wants to like simmer the conversation down. And she's like, look, I don't want to really argue about the past. It is good to see you. And I want to acknowledge that. And I want us to have a good time and enjoy this nice restaurant And I just think it's best that, you know, you live your life and I live my life. And Jessica isn't really happy with that, but she's pretending to be happy with that. She is really disappointed and she does miss Elizabeth's friendship, but she's just disappointed that it's gone this way. And she doesn't want to really show that. So she's just going to kind of pretend everything is all good and they're just essentially they're going to finish out this dinner, and this most likely, I cannot predict the Sims, but this most likely will be the last that you see of these ladies together. They're going to have the nice champagne and some good food, and yeah, this is kind of the closure for this chapter. So essentially, growing together for these two is no longer growing together. I I still think I'm going to keep them in the same LP because it's just born out of this. And yeah, I think, I don't know, let me know in the comments if you want them to have separate LPs at this point now that it's clear. But otherwise, I'll just keep them in the same LP. And I also have some other things planned for the channel with different LPs. But yeah, these two, this is their last hurrah. All right, well, now that we have gotten that out the way, I want to get better at showing you where things, like the name of things that I download from the gallery. So this is the Starbucks and grocery store that Jessica is about to go to. It is here in Delso Valley. So this is like the lot traits, but I feel like you just care about the name, so you can search it in the gallery. And I love a dual lot. So I wonder what the modders will be able to do when we like get Sims 4 for rent. I feel like it might be easier to make a dual lot, but maybe not. But anyway, here we are. We came to have just some yoga class to like blow off some steam. And it's hilarious that Tom Peeper is the yoga teacher, like creepy creepy yoga teacher. Like who wants that? But you know what? Jessica does not care. She's gonna do her yoga. She's gonna stop in Starbucks and get something to drink. Oh, it's an old friend. Look at this. We used to way back in the day take pictures of her when we thought we were gonna like be into photography. We did a little dabbling in photography back in, I forgot the name of that world, but back when we lived with Jessica, I mean, when we lived with Elizabeth, and Jessica's struggling. This is not her forte, but she's trying new things. After the conversation yesterday with Elizabeth, she is just like, it's time to fully let go of like the possibility of that past life. I think she held on to it a little bit and just fully embraced Delso Valley and just living a different life, a new life, and building what that is for herself. She's done that a little bit. She has her boyfriend. She has, you know, she's doing well in her career, which she's always done well in. And, you know, she has her home, which she really loves. It's really cute and fun. And she's gone to different places in Delso Valley, but, you know, she feels like something's missing. And she is just going to work on finding that instead of like holding on to the possibility. I think she thought that something was missing because she might always go back, and maybe that's not the case anymore, or it's not really the case anymore for her. So, oh, look at her, she's getting better. Okay, so we finished yoga and we are now going to head over to the little Starbucks. Now, listen, I know with mods and stuff, this could look like a more realistic Starbucks. But yeah, this is not a modded version. This is just a Sims version of Starbucks. I hope that is entertaining enough for you all. And so Jessica's gonna head over here and get a drink. I wonder if her friend is gonna speak to her. Well, not really her friend, but I guess someone, her acquaintance, someone she used to work with. I wonder if if I'm gonna be able to get, oh, she stinks. So yeah, let's fix that. I'm like, don't want to talk to her if she's stinking. But even if she's like, listen, I don't even want to talk to myself if I'm stinking. But maybe, yeah, they can go in here and have a quick catch up. Even though I think Jessica feels a little weird because sorry, I hit the move button, the M key. But yeah, I think Jessica feels a little weird because she just had that conversation with Elizabeth and it was about the past, and then she sees somebody else that's from this past life, but it's fine. We also can't get any service in here because I didn't feel like switching the lot, so we are just gonna, it's gonna be like a serve yourself type of Starbucks. But yeah, I guess, yeah, she doesn't really want to talk. She wants to go home, even though I'm controlling her. Wait, is there a mod for this? Because I really need her, previous passed on ex to stop calling. Like, I need a mod for this. Let me know if there's a mod. Maybe I just have to turn Ghost off through MCC, but yeah, I need a mod because that is really annoying. And she decided to actually have her coffee outside because it's a beautiful day in Del Sol Valley, and it's actually kind of funny that she's running with her coffee because that's not really realistic, but come on, Sims. And yeah, she just wants to look at the scenes, just look at the beauty of Del Sol Valley. I feel like it really helps her just kind of get her mind right. And I feel like she's constantly starting over. And some may find that annoying, but I think it's realistic. I think that is like what people do often. It's not always like you start over and then your life just like takes a turn and you go on and you live happily ever after. Sometimes like you need a lot of restarts. And so I feel like that's what Jessica's doing. She's like on her third restart since, dealing with Elizabeth. And hopefully this time things will evolve into a better place. And I'm just taking screenshots because I think this is just a great picture. I love her outfits. If you want to know where the CC is, let me know in the comments and I will share. And yeah, we're just going to finish our coffee and enjoy the rest of our day. Let's get back to Elizabeth. And I know you're like, who is this guy? So this is the guy that Elizabeth went on. You might have seen him like for a second in like several episodes back, but this is the guy that Elizabeth went on a date with, and I lost that footage. But he is now over here helping her build the treehouse for Alex. Finally, this is Greg. Meet Greg, and he's just a nice guy. He's very outdoorsy, and so he was very excited to help Elizabeth with this. But I have a very important question for y'all. Do y'all still like Elizabeth? Because I don't know, this particular episode, I'm not feeling Elizabeth. Like, I don't like her, and is it weird when you don't like your own sim? So let me know. But she's getting Greg to help her build this treehouse. This box for the treehouse has been sitting here for a long time. And so hopefully she can up her handiness skill a little bit as well. Maybe start fixing things herself around the house. But honestly, Elizabeth has so much money. She doesn't need to do that. Like, she can just pay somebody. But, she tends to be, I do feel like a positive trait for Elizabeth is that although she's like very, very rich, cue Nene leaks, she is kind of like a humble person. Like, she makes sure that she has nice things and they live a very nice suburban life, and her son has everything he needs and she never goes without. But I feel like she doesn't want like super extravagant. Oh, Alex is at school kissing people. Uh yeah, he's too young for kissing. Like, I don't know what that is about here, but he is too young for kissing. And yeah, so although she could live an extravagant life, she doesn't. She just wants like, I think this is like the part from growing up. She just wants this like nice kind of picture perfect family. And she doesn't really feel like she has that because it didn't turn out the way she wanted. I feel like she's still trying to find like the husband or whatever. But, she does love having a child. Like, I feel like she enjoys that. She doesn't regret being like a single parent in any way. And so I'm happy for her with that. And we are here. It's a little later in the day. We are here at the crab shack. We decided, oh, our lights got cut off. That's what happened. It was like power conservation situation. Thank you, stupid land grabs. But yeah, so we couldn't cook and we didn't really have anything that we could heat up or anything very easily. So we took Alex to the crab shack, and it's nice. I feel like I don't see this type of gameplay a lot, but like parents do take their kids out to dinner. Like, And especially like single parents, I feel like, like all the single mom and single father videos, like I don't really see like the parents take their like kid out by themselves, like even when they have like money, they're doing okay. Maybe it's because they're those sims, like those LPs are like mostly based on like struggle a lot, which was an interesting conversation I saw going on Twitter, like people talking about like why do you like single mother LPs or a teen mom LPs, and people are like, I like the struggle. Some people are like, I don't really like that. And I do personally, it does get old. Like there aren't that many that I like, and most of the ones I like are older ones that were years ago. But to be fair, this is kind of a single mother LP, but it wasn't supposed to be like this, so it just happened. And yeah, we're just gonna order some, Crab Shack menu. I got this off of the gallery, of course, and I think I like tweaked the menu to just feel more Crab Shack like. And yeah, we're just gonna have a nice dinner here and enjoy Alex's company. So while Elizabeth was at work, Greg actually called her to say that, wait, this, who? Oh wow, that's some passed away. Um, yes. So while Elizabeth was at work, Greg called her to basically break up with her and say like he's interested in dating someone else, which is crazy because he came over here and built this whole treehouse with her. Like it was very early in their relationship. I don't think anybody, obviously he wasn't in love, but I don't think Elizabeth was a lot in love either. But it still is kind of like rude. Like he was just like, I've been dating this other person, and sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling. That's crazy. But I've just been dating this other person, and I just rather date that other person and commit to that other person. So that's very unfortunate and very like savage. And I think a little bit, I don't want to say Elizabeth's getting a taste of her own medicine, but she can be very cold and like just very like, this is what it is. Oh, well, if you feel that way. And so that's kind of what happened. But honestly, Elizabeth is unfazed for the most part because, again, they weren't in love. She got the treehouse for her son. She is a little like, this is why dating is difficult. There's a little bit of that, like, that she does want to try to find a partner, but it's just like, this is why she kind of just like goes back to her cocoon with it's like her and her son and her job, and that's it. So yeah, I don't know where Elizabeth's dating life is going to go from here. But on the other hand, Alex is having a great time. He had fun playing in his treehouse before his mom got home. Now she's about to cook some baked goods for him, and he's having time in his life. He cannot complain. So good for Alex. I can't wait to see what Alex grows up into. I'm like kind of close to aging him up. I'm going back and forth. Like I'm really confused about my aging timeline. Like I think I made it actually like too long, so I'm trying to like find the happy medium. Oh, and it looks like Alex's friend came over just for dessert. I guess, she must live close by that she's able to run over for dessert. But it's interesting because she obviously can't stay too late. It's already like 8:30. So I feel like they're tweens. Like they're almost teens, but not quite. Oh, look at her taking out the trash. See? Like I feel like in my mind they're like 11, 12. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what I'm guessing. They're like 11, 12. That's why you see like Alex starting to work out and like be more physically fit. And you see that type of stuff going on. And so we'll see. I'm still like developing his personality. I know he's very outgoing. I don't fully know what his hobbies and stuff will be from a teen. He kind of is into computers, but he's like not obsessed. And so I'm just trying to figure out like what his hobbies will be like. But yeah, we got some food for the kids. I think we're gonna send that girl home very soon. And let's see what else can happen in this episode. I feel like not too much else will happen in this episode. So before I close the episode, I did want to show this nice moment with Elizabeth riding her bike and just having like she has like a lot of peace when she's by herself. And I just thought it was a really cute moment to have. And this is like, sorry for invading your privacy, Alex, but this is like how they have like a nice Saturday morning. Sometimes Elizabeth gets to go out on her own. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. Thank you all for watching, Sim friends. Like, comment, subscribe, and share all that fun stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, Sim friends.